Greetings folks, Simon here, welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, and in today's video guide I'm going to be showing you how you can get the awesome, the spectacular DOOMTRAIN Guardian Force. You know what, this has to be my favourite Guardian Force in the entire game. Just look at the awesomeness of this thing as it comes racing along its fire tracks to obliterate the enemies in its path. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the episode. If you do, don't forget to drop a like, and let's get started with today's show. Boing! Now, if you happen to be playing the original Japanese release of Final Fantasy VIII and have the Pocket Station to go with it, you can actually acquire the DOOMTRAIN Guardian Force very early on Disc 1. However, for the vast majority of us that are probably playing the remastered version, that isn't going to be possible, in which case the first chance we have of acquiring DOOMTRAIN is on Disc 3 once we've reached the city of Esther. Now, this is the second of a two-part video series in how to acquire DOOMTRAIN. I'll leave a link to the first part down in the video description. But in a nutshell, you should be starting this episode with the following items in your inventory: 6 Remedy Plus, 6 Steel Pipes, and finally 6 Marlborough Tentacles. Yeah, I kind of went overboard with the Marlborough Tentacles, but as long as you have 6, that's sufficient. Now we need to actually go ahead and leave the city of Esther. So we can either use the weird transportation device here, or just make our way out manually. It really makes no difference. You can also choose to rent a car if you prefer, but hey, with the remasters toggles such as turbo speed and no encounters, there's really no need to do that in my opinion. You can of course also use Diablos' encounter none ability if you don't want to have those random enemy encounters. So by using the elevator here, that will take us out of the city and thrust us, quite forcefully I would say, onto the world map. Now, if we just check the world map, we can see that a few yellow dots have been placed here for us. The one we're interested in is Tia's Point. So, let's go ahead and make our way out of here. It doesn't really matter how we get out, as long as we use one of the exits. Let's just go out of Esther this way, and just make our way around the city. It's a huge place, this, isn't it? Just be careful that you do enter the right location, because the lunar base is around here, and if this is your first time coming out of Esther, then that's going to kickstart the rest of the story events for this region, which we don't particularly want to do just yet. We want to get that DOOMTRAIN. Okay, there we go. So this is the location you're after. Again, I'll just show you where that is on the map. And all we need to do, it's so easy this, is enter the region itself, or enter the city, whatever it is. There's a draw point here containing life. Give that to Selfie, I guess. Hey, she got one. And if we just continue to head north, don't forget guys, make sure you get as many draw points as you can when you see them scattered around, even if you have to sort magics out and it's stuff you don't even need, because there is a trophy in the remastered version to use draw points 100 times, which can be a bit of a chore if you've avoided them. There's another draw point up here, this one containing Reflect. I'll sort that out in a moment. But you can see this little item on the floor here. This is the very thing that we're after. It's the Solomon Ring. Now, the Solomon Ring can combine with the other 18 ingredients that we've looted, and it will actually form the Guardian Force for us. So there it is. All you need to do is access it in the inventory, select it, and we get this interesting dialogue from somebody called GF. You called upon me. I am whoever we call him, and I am going to stick to the default name, of course. And there we have it. I shall become your ally. We now have our latest Guardian Force, and in my view, my favourite actual Guardian Force. I love DOOMTRAIN, mainly because his summon ability just looks so amazing. But also he does have some very useful abilities as well. And in particular, the 3 abilities that I'm going to strongly advise that you learn as soon as possible, really, are Forbidden Medicine Refinement. In fact, I'm going to start with that. The ever useful Status Defense Junction ×4. At the moment, I only have 1 character with this ability, so having 2 is just going to make things a lot easier, especially when we fight enemies like Marlboroughs. Oh, not that I need to fight anymore now that I've got so many Marlborough Tentacles. Elemental Defense ×4 as well. There's actually 4 really useful abilities, and Auto Shell. So yeah, those 4 I strongly advise that you really do put on as a matter of priority. You can of course farm cactuars, but they're not going to be available to us again for a while because we are trapped in this region. And you might want to go ahead and learn boost if you actually use your Guardian Forces in battle. As a matter of fact, DOOMTRAIN is a Guardian Force that you might find yourself using even if you don't normally summon Guardian Forces. And that's because DOOMTRAIN is going to be your own personal bad breath Guardian Force. So when you unleash it against the enemy team, it's going to inflict, first of all, poison damage. But on top of that, it's going to inflict a whole bunch of status ailments: Berserk, Curse, Darkness, Doom, Confuse, Sleep, Silence, Stop, Slow, and the ever useful Vitality 0 status effect, which will reduce the vitality of the enemy to 0. Now, the other thing to mention as well is that the one ability that it has here, Forbidden Medicine Refinement, will allow you to create really nice items such as elixirs and mega elixirs. So that's why I recommend learning this as soon as possible. Now, in terms of who to give this Guardian Force to, well, because of the useful status defense ×4 ability, we want that, of course, on every party member. Now, right now, I believe in my case, Squall is the only dude that has it. So I'm going to give DOOMTRAIN to Zell at this point, which I have done, as you can see there. And once we've gone ahead and learned that ability on DOOMTRAIN, Zell will also have extra status defenses, which, of course, is very, very nice indeed. So let's unleash the power of DOOMTRAIN, shall we, on this poor enemy, and just finish off once more with the awesomeness that is this Guardian Force. Like I say, it's definitely my favourite, and I love just summoning it just to see its animation and to see DOOMTRAIN in action. Here we go. I think this Guardian Force was actually designed personally by Tetsuya Nomura, but it just epitomises Final Fantasy, doesn't it? Here it comes. Looking better than ever in the remastered release, of course. Yep, I don't think status ailments are going to have a chance to affect that thing. Alright then, folks. Well, I hope the video's helped you. Let me know in the comment section if you managed to get your hands on DOOMTRAIN. I'm sure you will. And good luck with it. But thanks for stopping by today. Have a wonderful time in Final Fantasy VIII as we continue on with our playthrough. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.